For centuries, scientists have grappled with the storage vaults of the mind. Better technology and knowledge of the brain brought some clarity, but they also made the strangeness of memory more evident. From survival mechanisms that mess with mathematics to false recollections and anti-memories, researchers are not to be outdone by nature weirdness. Scientists have succeeded in teaching sleeping patients, transplanting experiences, and working with prosthetic memory. So, today we are going to talk about top 5 weird things you did not know about memory. So let's not be late. Let's see what it is. Number 5 is math traumatizes the mind. Math trauma is a thing. Most people know the feeling. You stare at an equation only to be rewarded with a debilitating mental shutdown. People who struggle with numbers are often branded as incapable. Unless you perform calculations with speed and accuracy, you risk being outed as a math idiot. The truth is more heartening. Most people are actually good at mathematics. Even those who sweat a small swimming pool during exams. The problem is fear, time tests, pushy teachers, and classmates who zip through fractions do not help those who dread falling behind or making a mistake. Fear is a primitive thing. It shuts down memory because pausing to think about that approaching cave lion is life-threatening. It just wants you to scramble up the nearest tree. Fear does not know the difference between long-gone predators and math problems. When a person panics over algebra, the fear dials down memory, which makes calculations nearly impossible. Number 4 is anti-memories. An enduring mystery surrounds the storage of memories. If all this information remained crystal clear, nobody would be able to recall new stuff like where they parked the car. In 2016, a study found evidence of anti-memories. This process helps the brain stock up on fresh memories without a problem. It all comes down to a balance between two types of brain cells: neurons that get very excited and neurons that calm them down. During the birth of a memory, the excitatory cells fire electrical connections among each other. They cannot stay giddy. Researchers believe that such overactive neurons contribute to epilepsy, schizophrenia, and autism. To restore the balance, the calming neurons create what scientists call anti-memories. These neurons also fire connections but with the exact opposite pattern of the original memory. Tests showed the presence of this balancing mechanism in volunteers. When forgotten memories were brought back by suppressing the calming neurons, those memories were never erased, just silenced so as not to interfere with others. Number 3 is prosthetic memory. Putting electrodes in a healthy human brain comes with tough red tape. In 2018, scientists got the chance to work with patients already fitted with implants suffering from epilepsy. 15 individuals received care at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. The surgically implanted electrodes were part of the therapy, but the patients were happy to let the scientists piggyback on their treatment. The idea was to test a future implant designed to learn and replicate a person's brain activity to boost short-term memory. Patients enjoyed a computer game in which recall was a factor. Scientists used the pre-implanted electrodes to record brain activity, especially during correct answers. Soon, they were able to compile personalized profiles on every volunteer. When each person's activity map was later used to help stimulate their brain, short-term recall jumped by 35%. This was a hugely successful step in realizing a prosthetic memory device that was tailor-made to the individual. Number 2 is memory swapping snails. In 2018, snails exchanged memories. They achieved this odd feat thanks to a team of California scientists. Interested to see whether genetic memory existed, researchers looked to see snails called Aplysia californica. During the study, they zapped one of the critters with an electrical current. The snail quickly tucked its fleshy flaps away. Repeated shocks taught the creatures to keep themselves retracted for longer. Ribonucleic acid was taken from this trained snail. When transplanted in another, the second snail remembered the donor experience. After getting shocked for the first time, the memory-borrowing animal curled up for longer as if expecting another zap. Snails that received ribonucleic acid from untrained donors retracted their flaps briefly, believing the shock to be a one-time event. This proved that memory was embedded in the genetic code, although the exact process used by the donor material to warn another snail remains mysterious. Number 1 is Alzheimer breakthrough. No cure exists for Alzheimer's disease, which is currently ruining the lives of 50 million people. In 2015, Australian scientists found a way to remove the cause. Alzheimer occurs when plaques build up and block functions within the brain. The result is a cognitive decline without end. Meanwhile, back in Australia, a group of mice suffered from the same problem. They were given the breakthrough treatment that could change the way this disease is approached. Around 75% of the mice showed a full recovery of their mental faculties, including memory. The new technology is non-invasive and does not damage brain tissue. Called focused therapeutic ultrasound, it churns super-fast sound waves into the brain. This gently expands the blood-brain barrier, which contains waste removal cells. Those cells spring into action and remove the lesions that cause Alzheimer's worst symptoms. This discovery could lead to an effective, drug-free therapy for patients. If you want to watch more valuable videos like this, subscribe to our channel right now. Remember, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and get the notification as soon as we post a video. We'll see you again. Have a nice day. Be careful.